Hey everyone, thank you guys for watching my first ever YouTube video. A lot of people on my Instagram were asking me like, when are you finally gonna make a YouTube video about you? Because if you guys don't know, I have a company that I run called Breaking the Industry, and you see a lot of my interviews on there, my content and stuff, but I don't really get personal. So this video right here, we're gonna get personal, and this channel is all about personal stuff. So I'm gonna take you on my journey. We're gonna do some cooking videos. I'm gonna talk about my spirituality, law of attraction, how I got into the entertainment business, what I'm doing in Atlanta. My family, I'm just gonna give you guys a piece of me on YouTube. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Make sure you subscribe down below so you guys can get the first alerts when I post a new video, and like and comment and do all of that good stuff. Share it to your friend, your family, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so as you guys can see below by the title of this video, I want to talk to you about how I manifested $5,000 and
yeah, right.
I know it sounds crazy, but it really isn't, and it's true. So stay locked in. We're about to get into it right now. Okay, so long story short, when I was 24 years old, I'm now 29, I picked up this book called Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. That book totally changed my life, my world, just everything. Basically, the book is about manifesting your desires, and also about spirituality and how meditation is good for you, blah 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 blah. I'm going to put the link down below so you guys can check out the book for yourself. I do not want to ruin it because it is such a good book, and I think everyone can learn from it. Everyone, I mean that. Anyway, so that book changed my life, and that was the moment where I started my journey. But when I mean journey, I mean like spiritual journey, being conscious of what I was saying, what I was doing, just all of that good stuff. So at 24, got the book, read the book, was obsessed with everything that the book was talking about. There was a lot of metaphysics stuff in there, and ever since I was a little girl, I've always had this open mind to just everything. Like I never was closed-minded. Like I believed in the impossible. And I'm glad that I did, because I feel like it led me down this journey. So after reading the book, I learned some tools and techniques of how writing what you want can manifest things. And also, if you believed it and think about it constantly, consistently, over and over, it shall be. It's that simple as that. So it sounds really, really easy, and I know everyone's like, it's not that easy, but let's just say this, it's possible. It's not easy, but it is possible. Anyway, so I started the techniques, and I started to write in my journal everything that I wanted. I started to listen to positive affirmations when I was sleeping, which I'm gonna put some links below to, like positive affirmations and binaural beats. These are the things that I was listening to before I went to sleep, and I would just leave them in my headphones on my ear, and I would literally just fall asleep and let that just play through the night. What I was doing was reprogramming my brain. I was teaching my brain how to speak and think positive. So everything that was coming into my mind at night was just positive things. So for example, one of the mantra is, I am beautiful, I am happy, I am at peace. I was telling myself that as I was sleeping. And what your brain is, it's like a computer. So anyway, so there was a lot of things said to me as a little girl that I kind of stuck with and ran with, and I was really, really hard on myself, really hard on myself for a long time. And reprogramming myself taught me how to be nice to myself again, and how to love myself and talk nice to myself, have patience with myself, just be kind to myself, because it was so easy for me to be nice to someone else. When someone told me their flaws or just a story, I could easily comfort them and help them through it. But when it came to me and my flaws, I was just super hard on myself, like never gave myself a break. So reprogramming my brain helped me love myself more and just kind of speak more positive and have a positive outlook. Like, instead of thinking of the negative of something, I would quickly think of the positive, and it just shifted my whole universe, really. I was being very cautious of everything that I was taking in at that time, because I knew that I was basically reprogramming myself. So my mind was super sensitive to what I was putting in right now. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't watching like Love and Hip Hop, VH1, any of that stuff. And it's not bad, but I just wanted to peace my mind from anything that could have been negative, you know, just anything. So no shade to VH1, because I love all of the reality shows. It's just sometimes there is a burst of negativity that gets into the show, and you know, I was at the point where I just wanted to make sure that everything that was coming into my mind was positive until I was ready to block that stuff, you know, by myself. Now I can watch anything because I know what to take in and what to not take in, but at that time I was still learning. So I started working on the tools that I learned from the book, and basically, like I said, it was journaling, doing vision boards. I wrote myself a check for $5,000, and this is where it gets good. I was working this company doing product development, and I've been there for about 2 months at the time. And this is the time when I lived in New Jersey. I'm currently in Atlanta, but when I lived in New Jersey, I was doing that job. So 2 months into the job, my boss calls me in and is like, hey, I have some bad news. We're moving to Brooklyn. If you want to follow, that's cool. If you don't, I understand. I immediately was like, there's no way. I'm driving from New Jersey to Brooklyn every day. And it's not that it's super far, but the traffic sucks. So there's just no way I was doing it. And I was pretty like bummed out. But at the same time, I was just like open for change. So he had told me that he was going to give me severance pay plus 2 weeks pay plus unemployment, which that's a steal right there. I mean, companies don't even give you severance pay unless you've been there for over a year. I was there for 2 months, so, and I really was not expecting much from the severance pay. So he wrote me a check and dismissed me, and basically that was it. I had gotten laid off from my job. So let's rewind what I did to manifest that $5,000 while I was working there. I forgot to tell you guys, when I was working there those 2 months, I literally wrote a check to myself for $5,000. I put the check in my blazer pocket because I was working at the time with Hasidic Jews, and you could not show skin. You know, you had to wear a jacket, you couldn't show your arms and stuff. And I respected that, so I kept a blazer in my car every day, same blazer, and I just put the $5,000 check that I wrote to myself in the pocket. So every day as I put the blazer on, I would slip my hand into the pocket and be like, what is this? And it's the check that I wrote for myself. I would laugh because it's obviously like the fake check. But what I was doing, or I wasn't aware, is that I was programming my unconscious mind, telling my mind that I was receiving a $5,000 check every day, you know, and every day when I saw it, I kind of felt it. So I believed it and I felt it, and I had no worries about how it was coming. I just believed that it would come. So every day I would do this, and fast forward, my boss brings me into the office, writes me a check, slides the check to me. I open up the check and it's over $5,000, the severance pay. I was only there for 2 months. 2 months. So that was completely like mind-blowing for me. I was just in shock, because I was just like, wow, I really manifested $5,000. And at that moment, I just believed anything was possible. So then I really, really wanted to go to Atlanta. Really, really, really wanted to go to Atlanta. Didn't know how I was going to get there. Just wanted to go. So while I was working this job, I would go on YouTube and I would look at the streets of Atlanta and just pretend like I was in the car, and that was me looking at, you know, the view of Atlanta. And I did that so I can program my mind to believe that I was in Atlanta. And I needed to, in order for me to believe it, I needed to see it. So every day I would go on YouTube and watch the videos, and long and behold, I manifested that too. So one day I come home. My mom's birthday is in October. Her birthday is October 30th. She comes home and she's like, Trish, my boss gave me a birthday card and he gave me a free round trip to anywhere in the States for Southwest Airlines. I'm not going anywhere. I know you've been talking about going to Atlanta. Here you go. Do you guys understand? A free round trip to anywhere in the States. That is just something that doesn't come by every day. I was in awe. I could not believe that. Once again, I had manifested this because I believed, I felt it, I visioned it, and I used things to help me vision it. I spoke it into existence. I would always constantly tell people, I'm going to Atlanta, I'm going to Atlanta. Of course, there's people like, well, how are you getting there? You know, all these questions, and I just didn't care about the logistics of it. I just knew that I was going to do it. The same way with me manifesting that $5,000. I just knew that I was going to get $5,000, and I didn't care how. I just knew. So basically, long story short, got laid off from the job. So I had all this money, all this time, and had a free ticket to Atlanta. So what do you guys think I did? Of course, I left to Atlanta with the money, and I had so much fun. Obviously, I came back to New Jersey at the time. I was only in Atlanta for about like a week and a half. I realized that it wasn't for me being single, that I wanted to move to Atlanta when I found a husband. So once again, I manifested that. You know, I spoke into existence, and it was just like, I'm not moving to Atlanta until I'm married. And that's a whole nother video. So we're gonna do a whole nother video of how I manifested my husband and manifested the trip back to Atlanta, but this time I moved to Atlanta for good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have any other topics you want me to talk about. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about spirituality, law of attraction, being a mom, an entrepreneur, cooking, all of that good stuff you're gonna see on this channel. So comment down below and let me know if you have any other suggestions. Share this, of course, to your friends, family, sister, mother, brother, all that good stuff. You already know. And make sure you guys follow me at Trishy Marie on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. There should only be one Trishy Marie, so that's me. Yeah, and thank you guys for just sitting down and taking the time to listen to my crazy story. This is my first video, so of course it's a little all over the place, but I promise you guys with time I will get better. I promise. And maybe I could do some makeup videos. What do y'all think, ladies? Maybe. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and stay locked into my channel and go subscribe.